Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to discuss WrestleMania 37, the official True Heel Heats WrestleMania 37 preview and predictions. I am here with a cast of my very good brothers. First of all, we have to my right the man of 1,004 numbers, the guy who reviews NWA Power, AEW Dark Elevation, and MLW Fusion, as well as ROH on Review of Honor. He is Fat King.
Thank you guys for having me. It's WrestleMania season, guys. Let's see what crazy shit WWE's cooked up for us this year.
I know you're actually joining us for once. That means that you might be watching this show. So
no. No.
We're off to a great start, folks. A quick reminder, drop us a like, drop us a tag. You see the little scroll down at the bottom, tag a friend in the live chat. We want to hear your thoughts on the WrestleMania 37 card. And next up, we got the connoisseur of reporting, the former host of the Wednesday Night Warriors, and the driver of the DeLorean on True Rewind. He is Romeo Anthony Colon.
You have to start dropping former tags. Jesus.
Still fresh.
It's still fresh. The wound is fresh.
I'm sorry. I apologize. And then we have over right below Romeo, the true draw of True Heel Heat, the man who gets all you people to watch the videos he's a part of and not the other ones, I guess. But he is a very talented artist, the one, the only, Josh. What's going on, sir?
How's it going?
Woo! True draw, Josh.
He's getting a pop at home. Absolutely. I love it. And then finally, we have the three-time baby making champion, one half of the Pot Heels, co-host on Review of Honor, Blunt Impact, and Joints and Jabronis. This is Ness.
Man, that was a great intro.
That tells you where Ness is at this fine evening.
Absolutely. Ness is on another level, very high up. But yes, we got to talk about WrestleMania 37, two-night event. Tomorrow night is night 1. Sunday night is night 2. We have 14 matches to go through. We're going to give preview and predictions from everyone here on the panel. But like I said at the top, this show is about you. This live stream is for you. It is a part of our huge WrestleMania week. So we want to hear your thoughts on the WrestleMania cards in the live chat on YouTube. Drop us a like. Share this video on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're watching on Facebook, drop us a like, a heart emoji, an angry emoji, a laughing emoji. However you're feeling about the WrestleMania cards, let us know with your expression. Tag a friend and give your thoughts in the live chat as well. And if you're watching on Twitter, you can comment in the live chat. Let us know your predictions for each of the matches. Romeo, you are the pilot, the driver of the DeLorean on True Rewind. You usually man the show on Wednesday Night Warriors. So I'm going to hand it over to you for the preview and predictions.
Let's start with night 1 WrestleMania. Obviously, what we heard was going to be the opener, the WWE Championship match, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. And guys, I did my research. You know, DraftKings. I don't know if you ever heard of DraftKings. Online gambling website. They're partnering with WWE for some big buck gambling. Let me explain to you how gambling works. I'm going to tell you who the underdog is in this match and who the favorite in this match is. Bobby Lashley is the underdog. They have a number listed to him plus 150. What that means, guys, is if you bet $100 and Bobby Lashley won, you'd win $150. Drew McIntyre is minus 150. What that means, guys, you'd have to bet $150 to win $100. Guys, we're talking gambling on True Hill Heat about wrestling, a predetermined outcome. That's what DraftKings got themselves into. I don't know. We'll get into more of that later. But Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre opening listen, this whole storyline, I get why they broke up the Hurt Business, and it's stupid, but I get it.
Very
And
stupid.
for some strange reason, I see them reuniting when this is all over. Dumb as it sounds. Dumb as it
Oh
sounds.
my god, I would hate that.
Lashley will realize the error of his ways when he loses to Drew McIntyre. And yeah, I got Drew winning easily. I also want to ask you guys, what do you think the crowd reaction will be for Lashley? I think the fans in attendance will want to give Lashley his flowers at first, give him a big ovation when he comes out. But I think as soon as the match gets started, everyone is aboard the Drew McIntyre train.
I don't know about that, honestly. Drew McIntyre, I've said it on a couple of different places this week. He is getting a page for page playbook of the John Cena babyface booking. Like he is getting booked like he is UK John Cena. He does the opening promos where he's like a spokesman for the company. He does handicap matches where he is the dominant force and he runs through people. He does multiple matches back to back and he doesn't seem fazed by it. Like this is the John Cena booking. And although I know WWE wants Drew to have this moment in front of fans, but Bobby Lashley is red hot right now. And they might be doing more of an injustice to Drew McIntyre by having him beat Lashley at this point than they will be giving him his flowers and giving him his win in front of fans. This might do long-term damage to the connection that Drew McIntyre has created with the fans. But I do agree Drew McIntyre will get the win here.
And when Drew McIntyre comes out first, when that music hits, isn't that going to be fire? Or is it just me? Is it just me?
Yeah, he'll have his little sword, and you will have a whole bunch of pyro.
That's what she said.
Yes, you will have a whole bunch of pyro popping off everywhere. Do you think this is the right choice to kick off the show, Josh? And what's your prediction for Lashley versus McIntyre?
I think it's the right choice to kick off the show because honestly, it was either going to be the opening or it was going to be the main event. So at this point, you could give them the opening. They'll have as much time compared to like the middle of the card or even the co-main event. As for the match itself, I mean, everyone knows I'm very big on Drew, but you're right on this. Like the way they've been booking him, it's they're making him. It's one of those things is that. Yeah, fans are easily going to turn on him because of all of this. Lashley, in my opinion, I think Lashley should definitely have a longer reign. But the way they've been booking, the way they've been using him the last few weeks, they've made him look very weak. Like I felt like he was very strong, chasing the title, and then all of a sudden they made him like. Within a matter of the last 3 weeks, they made him really weak, which it just doesn't make any sense. But as far as it goes, I think Drew's gonna win. I just don't know how the crowd is gonna get. That's a big mystery upon itself. I think they'll probably still cheer just because it will be a title change. But after that, I have no idea.
I think that's what WWE is pretty much betting on. A title change is going to pop a crowd, especially a crowd that hasn't seen wrestling in over a year. Ness, what's your prediction for Lashley versus McIntyre?
Yeah, I'd see Drew getting his third championship run in a matter of like a year and a half. So, yeah, it is what it is. I would rather see Lashley retain, man. Breaking up the Hurt Business was retarded. Like, I understand why they did it as well, but it's not working. It was never going to work, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's all I got for this.
That's all he's got for this.
Because the Hurt Business, I think what it was too is that they're too likable. So
yeah, but they nixed that shit quick though. Like
but I mean,
we got Retribution longer than that. Shit.
I mean, I don't know about that. They Hurt Business. When did they form?
They formed like I think after SummerSlam.
after SummerSlam, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, the run. I mean, that's a you could. I wouldn't say quick, but the way it ended was just it was random. It was out of nowhere. But honestly, like, you know, when you have two of their members lose in a handicap match, after that is like, you know, it becomes it becomes a question mark just because, you know, if this group is supposed to be dominant, right? This is supposed to be a main factor, right? You're calling yourself the Hurt Business, and then you're getting your ass beat, and then you have the other guy now calling a bounty.
The Get Hurt Business.
It just doesn't make no fucking sense. Like it just doesn't. So, I mean, in a way, I get why, just because of the likable factor, but it was just a terrible time to split them up. Like, it just, you know, even though I really wasn't behind it myself, but still, like, if you're gonna go with something hot, it definitely shouldn't have been split right now.
Yeah, I think most of all what you said previously, with Lashley looking so strong. Like, he was booked as a monster heel, but he was kind of booked like a babyface. And even his matches against Cedric and Shelton, like, he dominated them. He didn't need any help. He just beat them up on his own, 2-on-1. It didn't matter. So, like, to go from that to him trying to hire the dorks of the WWE Raw roster to take out Drew McIntyre, it just made no sense. Like, it just didn't make sense with everything we knew about the characters going in. Stat King, give you the opportunity. What's your thoughts on Drew versus Lashley, the build-up, and then who do you think wins?
I think without Triple H on the WrestleMania card, Drew McIntyre is going to win the award for Best Entrance as the very first entrance. I think they're going to. You guys remember the entrance that he had at, I think it was one of the NXTs, where he came out with all the bagpipes? I think they're going to do that.
Brooklyn 3.
Yeah, they're definitely going to do that and have just that full-fledged "We Are Back." And if there's anybody to kind of headline that "We Are Back," for them, it's got to be Drew McIntyre. And so I think it's a good choice for them to use this to kick off the show. As for the match itself, I don't understand this. If you're why would you from the Hurt Business's perspective, why would you get rid of Shelton and Cedric and then put a bounty on Drew when you could have had your guys do it for free? That's not smart business. But I mean, I guess that's, I don't know, the decision making that's happening in the Hurt Business.
Because the whole aspect was that they lost to Drew. So because of them losing to Drew 2-on-1, they were expendable. That's the reason why, which I get. At the same time, the people that you're choosing to hire, they're the freaking jobbers in the back.
They're not any better than that.
Exactly. They're the jobbers in the back, and then
that's
also
just horrible.
But then it's just the fact that it's Bobby Lashley. Like, you literally had this guy looking strong, and then now he's hiring people.
But I think
something that the group is supposed to represent. You know, they're supposed to. Like I said, they're supposed to be the Hurt Business. They beat up people. On Raw Underground, they beat up how many people?
The whole Raw Underground.
and then you have this shit. Like, this is what I mean. Like, it just doesn't add up.
I've seen so many people saying that this could be this was all a swerve potentially. Hopefully, it's a swerve so the Hurt Business is going to come and help Drew, and it's just, guys, not even in 2K is that going to happen.
They start this
that will look worse.
WrestleMania like that. Oh my god!
This has got hashtag and new written all over it. Like, WWE Twitter already has the post ready to go. Drew McIntyre for the win.
We're all seem to be in agreement there. Romeo, what we got next?
Braun.
Nobody cares.
Roman versus Shane O'Mac. Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon is a huge underdog in this match, according to DraftKings. He is plus 300. So that means for every $100 you bet, you get a $300. And Braun Strowman is minus 275. You have to bet 275 to win 100 if Braun Strowman wins. This is a steel cage match, and this is probably the worst build we have seen in quite some time to anything, really. And there's no way, in my opinion, that Shane McMahon wins from how bad he's been on the mic. I know Vince McMahon is seething backstage at the Gorilla. And Well, Shane gets to jump off a steel cage at least, so I guess that fixes his high, but he's not winning this.
I gotta agree with Romeo there. Braun Strowman gets the win, even though this does seem like they are setting up Braun to look like a bigger idiot and him like chokeslam Shane off the top of the cage into the announce table, and Shane McMahon wins, like how he lost to Kevin Owens back at Extreme Rules in 2018. Can totally see that happening, but I'm gonna go with WWE having a little bit of sense, and Braun Strowman gets the win. Ness, who you got? Braun versus Shane.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck about this stupid shit. Braun, I guess. I don't fucking know. I hate this shit.
Josh?
Braun. I just want this shit over with.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how Shane McMahon is getting a goddamn match. Like,
Triple H can't do it this year. Shane had to take one for the team.
You gotta have at least one McMahon on the WrestleMania card.
Like, I mean, honestly, like, even if, Triple H's reasoning was that he didn't have enough time to prepare to be in in-ring shape, I think that probably still would be better than Shane being in the ring.
Probably a good point there. Fat King, who you got?
I'm going to take Braun in this. I just want to say I feel bad. If there's anybody I feel bad for in this, it's not Braun. It's not Shane. It's actually Roman. Roman went through hell trying to get Braun over, and this is what WWE does with Braun after he got him over. So I really feel like it explains why Roman's so angry and upset about just acknowledge me. I'm the guy who does everything for this fucking company, and look what you guys do with what I give you. Horrible.
Just letting down Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. We got a couple of comments that we got to get to. We got Wrestle Scopes, one of the elite good eggs, saying, boys, with Lashley versus Drew being the opener, Bobby retains. Drew gets his big pop on entrance. If this was main event, Drew would win. You are forgetting the fact that WWE loves to start a WrestleMania with a title change. WrestleMania 34, Seth Rollins wins the Intercontinental
Championship. What I was
thinking. WrestleMania 35, Seth Rollins wins the Universal Championship. It's just...
And just babyfaces winning in general with the opening match.
And also, but then also WrestleMania, I think, was it 28 or 29 when Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan?
28.
In 18 seconds? Like, did we just forget about this?
It's really, you're really bringing on the mood here, Josh.
I'm just saying, like, you're gonna say something like that? That's ridiculous. Oh, to have a big entrance, like, who gives a shit about that, man? Like,
this feud, this whole match, WrestleScopes, it's made for Drew to win in front of fans. Like, I know we all feel Bobby Lashley is red hot, and don't get me wrong, I would love for Bobby Lashley to retain. It's just not going to happen.
You have a better argument if they kept the Hurt Business together.
This feud has just reminded me of when Batista beat John after the Elimination Chamber for WrestleMania 26. Like, they just took the title off of Drew to put it on Miz, to put it on Bobby, just to give it back to Drew. The sole reason why Batista won that match is to put it back on John. It's the same exact thing.
Pretty much. We got Gary Zamet saying he got to push. Drew is cool and all, but they needed this to go for a while. He will win, however, knowing what WWE, they will do something to make Bobby win that back for real. I mean, I mean, if we want to hot potato the title, WWE, I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't see Bobby winning the title back too soon. We got Steve Salvage in the comments, our true face of the True Heels group page on Facebook. He says, with it being the first match, you can have Lashley win as long as Bianca wins at the end of the night for a positive go home night one. I know we're trying to talk ourselves into Lashley. I wanted to.
Steve's my guy, and I get it. You are trying to be positive, but sir, you gotta remember what company you're watching. You gotta remember.
He forgets.
I just try to manage expectations for WWE. That's what I do here on Drew Hill Heat. But one last comment to get to. We got DNAS on YouTube saying Drew will win, unfortunately. I was in the Thunderdome the other night, and they were telling us to boo Lashley. So
I feel sorry for you for being in the Thunderdome.
some inside
I feel bad for you for being in the Thunderdome.
Damn, so you be cheering for Lashley and the Thunderdome you get kicked out? What kind of shit is that?
Gotta love it. Romeo, take us to the next match.
That's terrible. Oh my god! Thank God I never signed up for that shit.
All right, guys, we're gonna look so stupid when Lashley pulls off the upset.
We'll all be happy. If he pulls up the upset, we'll all be happy because that's actually what everybody actually wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
not this guy. I'm sorry for talking about Braun and Shane. I'm gonna lighten the mood now, and I'm gonna talk about Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison. Hey ho, hip hop, hey hop hop, whatever they do. I want to hear from you guys. What are your expectations for Mr. Bunny in the ring? I'm glad he gets to live his dream in a sense here. He's the biggest wrestling mark there is. And I really hope Damian Priest shines here, working the majority of the match. He's going to work the majority of this fucking match. Bad Bunny's going to do a couple of things, I think. By the way, DraftKings, if you're in the gambling mood, The Miz and John Morrison are plus 550 underdogs, which means if you bet every $100 you bet, you get $550. And Bad Bunny and Damian Priest are minus 1,000 favorites.
Yeah.
Which means you have to bet $1,000 to just win 100.
That's what
Huge favorites.
That's awesome.
SG3, how do you feel about this ethnic celebrity being on WrestleMania?
I don't appreciate you not giving him his proper introduction.
That's why I went to you, the alley-oop.
We are talking about the 2020 Spotify Artist of the Year, the 2021 Grammy Award winner, and your ethnic celebrity chief, Bad Bunny. This is going to be one of the greatest celebrity matches since Ronda Rousey debuted at WrestleMania 34. I feel like Bad Bunny is going to break out a 450 splash. A 450 splash out of nowhere. We're going to be amazed by it. But he's been working in the PC. So we know for one thing, he is going to be looking at his hands and being like, why am I so violent? Why am I so violent? Oh my God, like he's Adam Cole in Kyle O'Reilly for 40 fucking minutes. But yeah, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest get the victory here, obviously. It's that King. Who you got?
I don't want to lose $900, so I'm gonna go with Bad Bunny and Damian Priest on this one.
All right, Ness, who you got?
Esto mi pick. Booker T.
That was so random. Yo.
I guess he's going for Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Okay.
Well, that's all I had to say.
I don't even think he knew what he said.
It sounded like what he said. So
we got.
By the way, they have to have Booker T on commentary for this match.
Absolutely. We got Steve saying, wait, Sid didn't announce Ronda correctly. Yes, our Lord and Savior, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. I'm sorry. I only have energy to give to Bad Bunny in his intro right now since Ronda's not on the card. So let's go to Josh now. Who you got? Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and Morrison.
Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. My expectations are very, very, very low. But hey, if it passes that, it's a win for all of us. So fuck it.
He'll do better than Snooki. Don't worry.
The bar is low. He'll
do better than Snoop. So I already know that.
I was going to say that. Hot. Yeah, he's
already
better than Snoop. He's going to be better than Snoop.
But will he be as good as Shaq?
Probably not.
Oh wow.
Shaq's an athlete, though.
But But
That
if
is
he
true.
does a high flying move without botching, then it's a plus. Fuck
Wait,
it.
no, Ness. Shaq is also a musical artist.
He is. He is platinum recording
And
artist.
he is an actor, but that all came from him being an athlete.
Bruh,
got-
if I see this shit, holy shit.
We got WrestleScope saying Bad Bunny top rope Spanish fly on John Morrison.
Yo.
Oh
I
my-
would be. I think that everyone would be losing their mind if that happened. That would
Well,
be
John
amazing.
Morrison can do most of the work on that.
That's
Exactly.
true. That is true.
Exactly. All he has to do
Holy
is flip.
shit. Holy shit. You know they've been
Just
practicing. You know
for-
they
for-
tried.
For the past week in the Performance Center, in one room it's Io Shirai jumping off of stuff, and in the other room it's Bad Bunny and John Morrison practicing a Spanish fly. Love it.
I'm all for it. WrestleScopes also says, I can't wait to tell you I was right all along when Lashley retains. He says, hey, SB3, I'm going to spend some Louis good money on some bets. So, yeah, if you want to make a Louis Dan Gore bet, go right ahead, WrestleScopes. I'm sure Lashley, I want Lashley to win, but I just don't see it. We got a question from Anthony on Facebook saying, do you see them doing anything with the you earn a title match for taking out Drew storyline? Honestly, I just think it was something to get them through the final 2 weeks of the build to WrestleMania. It's not anything that they're going to do afterwards because Lashley's not going to be the champion anymore. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Who was the person who took out Drew? If
no
anyone.
one took out the Drew.
So then why are you asking the question?
Exactly.
Why are you asking the question?
We're already at Mania.
Yeah, because the biggest thing was King Corbin, and he lost the match, so it's dead after that. There's no point. There's no point after that.
And Corbin already has a horrible track record in title matches anyway, so
100%. Yes, he does. Romeo, take us to our next match.
It'll be women's tag team turmoil. Several tag teams: Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Lana and Naomi, Natalya and Tamina. And did they add Carmella and Billie Kay tonight on SmackDown?
Yes, and I am saying it right here. I just made the announcement on Smack Talk. They are now to be known as Fabulously Iconic.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
Thank you. Who you got, Romeo?
I don't think Fabulously Iconic wins. I am going to go Natalya and Tamina. Although I would definitely, if they've been working out and getting in ring shape, if they feel they're going to be there, they're in the building. Oh, Bella Twins! Come on down and fucking get in the ring. You don't have to do much. But I don't think they win. I think Natalya and Tamina do it. Whoever wins this, by the way, I expect them to beat Shayna and Nia. I don't even care if it's not my pick. I expect them to win. And when you're giving your pick, tell us if they win night 2 against those two. So me and Sid don't have to remember who you picked.
Josh, who you got in the tag team turmoil?
So do I actually have to pick one?
Yeah, yes. That's kind of the point of this preview and predictions.
Damn. Because honestly, I just don't care about this match.
I don't think any of us care about this match, Josh. It's yeah. I'm going with Fabulously Iconic.
You know what? I'll just stick with Mandy and Dana. Fuck it. Like, it's not even a serious pick. I just, since I just have to pick one.
You flipped a coin, didn't you? You flipped a coin off camera.
In my head, yes.
That's.
Come on. Tamina's not getting a freaking. She's not getting a win. Come on. If she does, oh my god, yo, I still won't be watching that match.
Oh hell no. Next, who you got in tag team turmoil?
I'm gonna go with Fabulously Iconic. I didn't hear any of this being put together, but I like the sound of it. So yeah.
All right, we got
win on night 2.
You think no?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. No.
Sounds like you don't fucking care.
I don't. I really don't. That's what I wanted to say, but I was trying to give an answer.
I love your honesty, sir. I love your honesty. Stat King, who you got?
I just like the fact that this match involves teams that were broken up. Like Mandy Rose had a tag team partner, Billie Kay had a tag team partner. Now they have different people. I'll go with Natty and Tamina, and sure, fuck it. We'll give Tamina a win. I'll say that she wins on night 2 as well.
What?
I want to go for Fabulous Iconic, but I do think that the Riot Squad do have a chance. I think it's going to come down to those 2 teams in tag team turmoil.
I would love for it to be the Riot Squad, and I would love for them to win too.
Who's your actual pick, SB? You're sugarcoating it?
No, Fabulously Iconic. I didn't make up their name for no reason. I'm not gonna not pick them.
And they win on night 2?
No.
Damn, all that shit and just fuck it. They lose.
We got Steve Salvage saying Riot Squad, please. Yeah, a bunch. Riot Squad is the only real tag team in this freaking match. So
speaking of Riot Squad, you remember when Ruby Riott had that title match against Charlotte Flair and for the SmackDown title, and she lost it? But everybody was like, "Oh, this is going to be great for Ruby Riott's career. Like, it's just a stepping stone. Like they're on the right track. WWE's going to be able to build her up. Like, this is no, didn't work out."
Guys, first mention of Charlotte Flair, and it wasn't me.
That's fair. I give it to you. I give it to you. I took that bullet for you, sir.
There you go. Sacrifices here on the WrestleMania 37.
Only because it's still Romeo Mania.
Preview and predictions. Romeo, take us to our next match.
By the way, there was no DraftKings odds on that because DraftKings doesn't give a shit about that.
Nope.
They care less than Ness. How is that possible?
Easily, they put no money on them hoes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Really?
We're live, bro.
We're live, bro.
Just Matt Riddle right there.
Speaking of high, how high can Cesaro swing around Seth Rollins? Can he swing him around 37 times like WrestleMania 37? Seth Rollins is the underdog here, plus 275. Cesaro is the favorite, minus 250. This storyline very similar to Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins last year. I thought Rollins has been great on the mic thus far in this feud, but Cesaro, not so much for me. But Cesaro signed his new contract, and he will be awarded this W just for that. Although after hearing Cesaro talk some more, I think Vince McMahon is fuming and may change his mind. But I think this match, and this may be a little controversial considering what's the main event, I think this is the match of the night. I have Cesaro for the win.
Okay, so we got one for Cesaro. I will say, I think Cesaro's mic work has actually been good in comparison to the rest of his career, especially his promo on Talking Smack ahead of, I think it was either Fastlane or Elimination Chamber. Just great stuff. I feel like last week was a step back because they kind of did a segment where they didn't tell us anything new. They just told us all the stuff we already did knew. And then tonight on SmackDown, they just came it back and they did a political ad paid for by the friends of Seth Rollins about him beating Cesaro at WrestleMania, and I thought that was brilliant. Great stuff.
Awesome.
Seth has been doing pretty good heel work with the whole suits and everything and embrace the vision, but that was probably one of the best things he's done since his return. In this match, though,
Drippy Rollins.
Rollins drip. Hashtag Rollins drip.
Yep.
But in this match, I'm going to go with Cesaro to get the victory in his first WrestleMania singles match. Stat King, who you got?
It hurts to pick against my favorite WWE wrestler, but Cesaro for the win.
We got 3 for Cesaro. Ness?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cesaro. He definitely needs this Mania moment. He deserves a Mania moment.
That is true. And Josh?
I'm going to go with Rollins.
The lone wolf.
He's got to be different.
If the animal,
I'm only going with Rollins because we all know Vince doesn't like Cesaro.
Yeah,
And that's the only reason why I'm picking
fair.
Rollins.
Absolutely fair.
If Cesaro
only
does
reason.
if Cesaro does swing him combined 37 times, I think that'll be awesome.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen, and they're gonna count along.
That would be pretty awesome, I will say.
He's gonna let it. Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah.
All right, Romeo, take us to our next match.
The Raw Tag Team Championship match, The New Day, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston. They are underdogs, plus 333 versus AJ Styles and
What?
Omos. They are the favorites, minus 225. This match was made so damn randomly. The same night that the New Day won the tag titles, they already had their opponents.
Yeah.
The night Vince McMahon said, "Fuck the Hurt Business. Fuck the Hurt Business. Fuck off. Get the
fuck
damn
off.
title."
Throw him in the bin.
I personally wanted to see AJ Styles versus Triple H this year at WrestleMania, but Triple H a bit lazy to get in shape for a half-ass crowd.
I don't think it's laziness.
I think
He was too busy. He was too busy overbooking that unsanctioned match with Kyle and Cole.
Oh,
He was
shit.
like, guys, you gotta look at your hands. I'm so violent. Why
Do
am
what
I
Sean
so
tells
violent?
you. Do what Sean tells you.
Why am I so violent? Why?
I think Omos is a monster here. I think AJ and Omos win. I think New Day go on the chase again to just keep winning more tag titles. Rack it up. I want to hear, when you make your prediction, what are your expectations of Omos?
Is this his first match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
Let's go to
his
you.
first-
So him and Nicholas both had their debut matches at WrestleMania
No.
for the Raw titles.
No. He's had house show matches with NXT, but I just don't know how well he was. That's just about it.
Me neither. So Omos and Bad Bunny, both their first match tonight at WrestleMania.
I know which one I'm looking forward to.
Bad Bunny.
Absolutely. Stat King, who you got?
I really think New Day should retain, but I feel like Styles and Omos are going to win this just because what else is there really for them to do in this one? So I'm going to go with AJ Styles and Omos, unless somehow Styles loses the match and then Omos turns on him, but that feels way too smart for WWE. So no, I'm going to go with just them winning.
Josh, who you got?
I'm gonna go with AJ and Omos. I think I'm just going for AJ, so he could just become a Grand Slam champion at this point.
That's right.
That's pretty much like what he has left right now to accomplish. So, fuck it, might as well just do it on the biggest stage.
Why not? Ness, who you got?
Everything Josh just said, that's pretty much what I was going to say. I got AJ.
What are you
and
worried?
Omos.
You're not gonna
No,
say
it
what
definitely was. So he couldn't be a Grand
How
Slam
about
champion.
you're
Like,
lying.
why not do that at Mania? Because like AJ is one of the fucking best wrestlers in the world and best wrestlers in our generation. So he definitely deserved that type of notoriety. But yeah, I don't really give a fuck about Omos because
Even though
this-
there are people who claims that WWE has ruined AJ Styles, which is hilarious, but that's a different story for another day.
Crazy takes. Crazy.
And we know that Kofi Kingston doesn't care about losing big titles, so it's not going to bother him that much if they lose.
Ooh, you just trying to nip at them, I guess. Ugh. I agree with you guys. AJ is gonna become a Grand Slam champion. I think that this is a good role for AJ, kind of to be the guy to teach Omos how to work and to be his tag team partner and basically get him the seasoning that he needs to eventually be on his own. I think this is a great use of AJ on the WrestleMania card when they really didn't have anything else for him because he went to Triple H. That didn't happen. He didn't have another idea, so he's here now. So he's making the most of it, and hopefully Omos and AJ get the win here. So Omos is on a good footing in his debut. We got Heel Steven in the comments, the live chat on YouTube saying,
"Oh, yeah, why? Did he really just say that?"
We got Steve Salvez saying, "Would be awesome to see Cesaro swing away, then get the win." Yeah, why not? We got John Elite saying, "Ruby also faced Ronda 2 years ago at Elimination Chamber. Yeah, she lost in like 2 minutes." And then John Elite also talking about Cesaro with that promo. He said it was the talking smack before the chamber. Yes, I remember that. Cesaro did good work. Don't listen to Romeo. But Romeo,
that promo was awful. Cesaro was stumbling. He didn't know what he was saying. That was very overhyped. Very overhyped.
take us to the next match, sir.
I know we all love Cesaro. We're cheering for him. We're rooting for him, but we got to be non-biased. Next up,
talking about non-bias.
Yeah, the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Who we learned today, even though I think I've heard this 1,000 times, but finally, I guess it's official. The main event of the evening. Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair. SB3, do you have that picture that WWE did of them with all the main events?
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
What? That one? What?
What? I got breaking news on my phone. This match is now a triple threat match.
Yeah!
The Pride of Aberdeen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
The first man to main event multiple nights of WrestleMania. Let's give it up to Daniel Bryan. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Dragon.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm picking Daniel Bryan. He's my pick.
DraftKings didn't have the odds for Daniel Bryan. They weren't expecting this. So they just have the odds to Sasha Banks, a huge underdog, plus 333. Bianca Belair, a huge favorite, minus 400. You have to bet $400 to win $100. Bianca Belair wins. I'm glad we got Reginald out of the storyline, and it took a little long, but we got him out of there.
Yeah, it took till Mania.
Sasha Banks has never won at WrestleMania. And originally I thought, man, this could be our Mania moment. She deserves it. But I can't go against that 0-5. That'd just be really stupid of me. I can't ignore history. 0-6 it is. Bianca Belair wins. But if it were up to me, I'd go Sasha Banks here. I'd give her her Mania moment. Everyone needs a Mania moment. It's not enough just to main event and make history as the first two women of color to main event of WrestleMania. Bianca Belair is what? She's very young. She could have moments to come.
Sasha's younger.
Is she?
Yes.
But still, Sasha Banks has a bump card. She has only so many bumps in her. Bianca Belair doesn't have as many bumps. I'd go Sasha Banks here, but I'm going Bianca Belair, the official pick.
I'll go with Bianca Belair as well in the first of two matches to deeply upset our favorite drunk guy of True Heels, drunk guy JJ. He'll be there floor seats for watching Bianca Belair take the SmackDown Women's Championship from Sasha Banks. 0-6, absolutely right.
Well,
maybe drunk guy shouldn't have went. Maybe he's the bad part.
Speaking of drunk guy JJ, since he wasn't able to join us,
look at that
in
transition.
Tampa right now, we got another guy named JJ who's on the top. He's here.
So all I wanted was to get that.
Top guy JJ. Welcome. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Apologies for being late, sir. My flight got moved up a bit, so I had to get ready a little bit sooner. But what a match to get entered on.
There you go. So let's get your prediction for Sasha versus Bianca at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that question, and I think y'all answered it. I was like, does Sasha Banks even have a win at WrestleMania? Like, I didn't feel like she did. I think that streak is going to actually get broken. I think she actually gets her first WrestleMania victory over Bianca Belair and completely eradicates and throws away Bianca's entire push because that's the type of shit you need to do. Because only one of the main event stars gets their moment. Not getting WrestleMania 35 all over again. We're not getting anybody's happy moments all over again this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair here. It just makes sense for Bianca Belair to win. Sasha Banks, the whole essence of her character is basically fighting against stigmas about her. The stigma that she couldn't defend the title. She's been a 5-time Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Champion, and couldn't defend the title. So that stigma is gone. The new stigma, the new black cloud over her needs to be winning at WrestleMania. We can eventually get a Bayley versus Sasha at WrestleMania, and Bayley would be in the advantage because she'd be like, "Yeah, you beat me before, but you never won at WrestleMania. I'm about to beat you here." So there's a lot that they can do with Sasha losing here. It just doesn't make any sense for her to win here. Like, it kills Bianca dead. She doesn't really gain anything. All she gains is a win. And that's not her character. Her character is not about getting big wins. It's about these black clouds and the losses that impact her even more and make her a better performer. That's the entire character of the boss from day one. Romeo,
are you talking a reverse Undertaker streak?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think he's 1,000% right. I just don't think that it's just going to play. I think he's 1,000% right, and I agree. I'm just not picking it.
Fair enough. Stecky, did you give your prediction? I'm not sure.
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair. Ness, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going with Bianca Belair. Either or, it doesn't even matter. Women color main event as major, that goes beyond wrestling. Yeah, so that's you can't go wrong with either choice.
Josh,
Two women of color.
This is the first time that two people of color have versed in the main event of WrestleMania. Regardless of gender, this is the first time two people of color will verse.
Right, because Ronda Rousey did it before, but that was just one person.
Yeah, she was the only one. She was the only one. She was the only woman of color in that match. So, Ronda Rousey was the pioneer. I've said it before. I'll say it again. She's the Jackie Robinson of professional wrestling and MMA. So we love Ronda. Josh, who you got? Sasha or Bianca?
I'm gonna go with Bianca. I think if the match wasn't in the main event, I think Sasha would have won. But because it's the main event, they want to close out night one on a positive note. I think she wins.
Sounds good to me. So yes, I do want to, because we do have something interesting that has kind of come up in the last couple of days about night one of WrestleMania, and that has to do with a certain last kicker, a certain the man, Becky Lynch. Apparently, she is teasing that she is going to show up at night one of WrestleMania. Maybe something to do with Bayley, possibly. Are you looking forward to the return of Becky Lynch? This is more of a rhetorical question for the Stat King.
For me specifically, I guess. It's not enough to get me to watch WWE again, but it is definitely something that I think that will help the product for sure. They seem to be having some issues with ratings. I don't know if she necessarily helps ratings. She was red hot by the time she left, but hopefully she's able to help bounce them back up. From what I understood, it was supposed to be something to do with Bayley, and that's the reason why Bayley hasn't been booked. But if that's true, then I guess it makes sense. But otherwise, it just seems like if it's just a tease or just nothing but rumors, it seems as though it's just kind of hurting Bayley to not have anything to do on the card after all the good work that you put in the past year.
100% agree with you there. I know Top Guy JJ said something similar on True Heat 120, but the other rumor for WrestleMania night one or night two, I don't know, is Fightful Select has reported that John Cena has been talked about in the plans for WrestleMania, where people backstage for WWE was saying that they would be surprised if he didn't show up at WrestleMania. So I'll go to you, Top Guy JJ. What would you use John Cena for at WrestleMania this year?
Something very similar to what they did at WrestleMania 35 for him. Like, he make a quick cameo and do something splashy and has nothing to do with storylines and just make the crowd pop. Give him a surprise appearance, do something kind of cool, and then we won't see him again anytime soon. I mean, we'll never see the appearance anyway, so we can't see him, so he won't be there to begin with. So we'll be pop into a ghost, and then he'll just disappear again. I think he'll do a one-off. He's the most popular guy, one of the most popular guys of the 2010s. So
what they should do?
What?
You know what they should do? He should come out with the Suicide Squad. That's what he should do.
Peacemaker, yeah.
Right?
Hey, why not?
Right? Promote the movie. Hey. Right?
Josh has got his Restore the Snyderverse shirt on. All makes sense.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck it.
You're putting all the dots together here, but we want you guys to put some dots together. Give us your thoughts, your predictions on WrestleMania 37 in the live chat on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Drop us a like if you are watching right now on YouTube. We got about 11 or 12 of you guys. It's late. I appreciate you guys staying up for us on YouTube. We got a few others watching on Facebook. Drop us a like, a laugh emoji, whatever expression you're feeling about WrestleMania 37. Please leave us that expression on Facebook. And Romeo, night 2 of WrestleMania has another 7 matches, so let's get into it.
Oof.
You're talking about John Cena. My idea, just off the top of my head, we forgot Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil are hosting WrestleMania. You could do a little segment with John Cena and Hulk Hogan, I guess.
Yeah, that is true.
And maybe Drew McIntyre doesn't even start night 1. Maybe it's John Cena and Hulk Hogan.
Or maybe Hogan and Titus do like the fusion thing, and then it creates John Cena.
That's
you could do that.
That's the Nexus thing now.
Hey, he's the wigger Hulk Hogan. Just saying.
That's me and Nexus thing.
There you go.
Night 2, let's start off with, I think this will be a good match to start off night 2. My suggestion, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. And this has got to be so cool for their careers to have this match at WrestleMania. KO had his Mania moment last year. I don't think he will be jumping off the pirate ship this year because, Sid, do you have that? Yeah, that looks like suicide if he jumped off of that. That looks pretty tall. It looks pretty tall up. We know Logan.
I just don't.
I heard Io Shirai tried already.
She was like, "Put me on the Mania card so I could jump off of that." Please.
We know Logan Paul will be involved. I'd be more than glad to see him take a stunner, but I think he's here to be a babyface. And what's a conspiracy against Sami Zayn if he doesn't lose another match? Lose another one, lose this here. I think this storyline continues, and we get some kind of match with the Paul brothers, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and KO and Sami Zayn, all on opposite sides. Maybe SummerSlam, perhaps. Kevin Owens is the pick for me here. Kevin Owens is the favorite, minus 275. Sami Zayn is the underdog, plus 275.
All right, so yeah, this is the match probably on night 1 outside of the main event that I'm looking forward to the most. This is like my favorite tag team outside of WWE for like over 10 years, whether they're working Ring of Honor, PWG. So to see them finally make it to the main stage after seeing them live at Ring of Honor so many times, it's just great. And the fact that they're getting attention with the celebrity involvement. I think that, yes, Logan Paul is going to be the Mike Tyson to Sami Zayn's Shawn Michaels. He's going to take a punch from Logan Paul probably after the fact. But that is after he takes the loss to Kevin Owens. So I got Kevin Owens taking the win here. Josh, who you got, Owens or Zayn?
I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. I mean, come on, it's KO Mania. You can't go against that.
Absolutely. We got 3 for Owens. Who you got, Stacking?
I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. It's just crazy to see Steve Jericho from Ring of Honor coming through. You got that NXT title match. And now finally here on Mania.
He died.
El Generico? No, he didn't die. He's
no, he didn't die. He went
orphans.
went to raise orphans. That's
Yeah.
right. Somebody came in and stood in like this, just carrying on the legacy of El Generico, and that person who then lost to Kevin Owens in an NXT title match, and now finally seeing them on the grandest stage of them all. That's got to be cool for their careers. So just like they're going to be both in Gorilla, waiting to go out for the music playing, just looking at each other like, did we think this would ever happen?
Come on, homie, we made it. We made it. Yes. Ness, who you got, Zayn or Owens?
I got Owens, but man, I gotta echo what you guys are saying. I've loved this feud for all of the years that it's happened, from PWG to ROH, then to NXT, now to WrestleMania. I know we might not think of WWE's product as much as it is, but it's world renowned. So to see these guys go from the indies to this is spectacular to see, in my opinion. So I can't wait for them to have their moment.
So we got WrestleScope saying, I think Becky's cryptic Insta post was referring to Sasha and Bianca main eventing night one, not a surprise appearance. I mean, she did post it right after the announcement that they are main eventing. So that is a good take there. Top guy JJ, end us off. Who you got, Owens or Zayn?
Absolutely, Zayn is getting screwed, Mania. I mean, this is good storytelling here, and the biggest piece of this documentary is going to take place at WrestleMania because he's actually going to get screwed. It's actually going to happen. On proof, he is a victim of conspiracy theories.
They need to stop picking on Sammy. Justice for Sammy. Put the hashtag in the live chat. Romeo, take us to our next match.
What a gimmick, by the way. So good. Sami Zayn's killing that. Raw Women's Championship match. Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Asuka's a huge underdog here, plus 300. Rhea Ripley's the favorite, minus 300. You have to bet $300 to win $100 if Rhea Ripley wins. And this is Rhea's comeback story to me. Last year, everyone cried. The whole internet cried when Charlotte Flair beat Rhea Ripley for the NXT Championship. Even Demi Burnett cried. And if you don't know who Demi Burnett is, that's Rhea Ripley herself. Rhea Ripley herself cried. Oh, lost my moment, lost my confidence. And now
How dare you call her by her shoot name?
Because she cried. She cried legit, I guess. Now we come full circle. 1 year later, Rhea Ripley's taking Charlotte Flair's place practically due to Charlotte getting COVID. And Rhea wins here, sets up our Queen's return, and who knows what happens to Asuka going forward. Probably a tag team with the called-up Io Shirai, I'm going to say. You heard it here first. Io Shirai and Asuka are going to be a tag team on Monday Night Raw as Rhea Ripley, the new Raw Women's Champion, gets into a feud right away with her biggest enemy, Charlotte Flair.
I can see that for sure. I'm going to agree with Romeo here, and I'm going to say Rhea Ripley gets the victory. It just makes sense. Asuka has been the worst booked Raw Women's Champion in the history of that title.
Despicable.
It's not even close. Like people can say, oh, Sasha Banks won the title 5 times, never defended it. She was booked better than this shit. Like, Asuka has not been a part of her own story the entire reign. Her first reign with the Raw Women's title started because she got handed a briefcase. She got handed a briefcase that had the Raw Women's title in it. She lost the title in someone else's feud, which was really the Bayley and Sasha feud. And then she was like the third wheel for them throughout the summer. She had her one little couple week feud with Zelina Vega. And then she's been Charlotte's sidekick since the beginning of the year. What the hell happened to the Empress of the Tomorrow, to the undefeated monster that was Asuka? It's just sad. It's just really, really sad. But yes, Rhea Ripley gets the victory here. Stat King?
I'm going with Rhea Ripley. It feels as though, I don't know. I was talking to somebody else about this a couple days ago, and we were talking about how there doesn't seem to be a credible opponent for Asuka, and part of me was like, well, yeah, because a bunch of them are randomly in this tag team turmoil match for no apparent reason.
That's true.
But they could have properly built somebody up to be Asuka's opponent instead of just almost seemingly randomly calling up Rhea Ripley 2 weeks ago, then having her turn heel on Asuka and then and challenging. She's challenging her for a match when she hasn't done anything on the main roster to really deserve the match. Asuka accepts it, and it's just like it just feels as though it feels rushed for Rhea Ripley. That's kind of the thing. It was as though they didn't have a Mania plan for Asuka, and so they just said, all right, we'll bring up Rhea Ripley and we'll have her challenge, and then we'll just put the title on Ripley.
Just throw it all together. Throw it at the wall, see if it sticks. Josh, who you got, Rhea Ripley or Asuka?
I'm going with Ripley. To add on to what Stat King was saying, they kind of tried that on Raw. Like they had these women cut these promos about Charlotte taking the spotlight and all this stuff. I think they even had Peyton Royce cut a promo like on, I guess like the after show for Raw. She cut like a promo, and then that shit went nowhere. So it was like, I think in a way they tried, but they just weren't confident with who was available. And I think Ripley is pretty much the best choice at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah. But I guess that's a bigger indictment of WWE's ability to build stars and properly put people in position to be a challenge for Asuka.
Yeah, but that's to be honest, that's always been an issue. That's nothing new.
Oh yeah, it's kind of always been their thing. Top guy JJ, who you got in this one?
So question. Did the WWE just actually fully execute making the longest transitional champion in wrestling history?
Wouldn't even call her a transitional champion.
It's like, she was never really she just held the she literally never actually been the champion, it just feels like. So she's been a placeholder for 10 months just to hand the title off to somebody that is deserving. It's just blasphemy to me that she's literally held this title for this long and literally to remember but one match with Zelina Vega, and that's title run. I mean, that's her title run.
Yeah, I mean, I also do remember that she had that small feud with Sasha where Sasha won it in such a stupid fucking way too, and then she won it back. I mean, that's about it. After that, that's all.
When she became two belts bangs for like a couple weeks, for like a cup of tea, and then lost it on an episode of Raw. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's what I said. That was someone else's story.
It's pitiful, man. It's pitiful that she's been that long. I was like, this is the longest transitional champion I've ever seen because it's clear as hell that Rhea Ripley is winning this match.
I mean, when Asuka got the Raw Women's Champion is the last time I watched Raw.
There you go. And see, they've lost you ever since then with their booking. Ness, who you got in this one?
What are we talking about again?
Exactly.
Asuka versus Rhea Ripley.
Oh, Rhea Ripley, man. They did Asuka so dirty.
Twice tonight.
Yeah.
Twice tonight.
Because that's honestly, and that's how I feel about how they've been treating Asuka. Yeah. This whole storyline, like she's the second fiddle, and it's terrible. But big ups to Rhea. She'll probably get it.
Yes, so pretty much all of us unanimous that Rhea Ripley gets the victory here. We got Drunk Guy JJ in the comments saying Ness needs to stay off the weed. Stay off the weed, man. Romeo, take us to our next match.
For the Intercontinental Championship, it'll be a Nigerian drum fight. Versus Apollo.
I thought he was just calling him a Nigerian. I forgot this is a real thing. This is real. This is real.
Well, he is a Nigerian.
Whoa!
Hold up, wait a minute.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Did you just call me a Nigerian?
At least we know what's next.
No.
Hold on. Time out. It's really a Nigerian drum match.
That's the name of the match.
That's a real.
They are recreating T'Challa versus Killmonger, but with the drums and everything. It's going to be exactly like that.
And I can't confirm from Rick Ducino, my co-host on Smack Talk. He did an interview with Big E this week. Big E doesn't know what a Nigerian drum fight is.
Nobody knows.
So
Apollo's got the advantage.
Is it closer to like Black Panther or like the Busta Rhymes video from like 1997 or something?
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it should be like Drumline. Like they should have. Like,
well, they should have gotten Nick Cannon.
You're like,
Logan Paul, and Nick Cannon both on night 2. Oh my god.
Hey, if we would have got Nick Cannon and no performance of Gigolo, then we ain't doing this right. So, hey, all right. But in this one, Nigerian drum fight, I'm going with Apollo Crews to get the victory. He should have won at Fastlane. They're wasting time here. They want to stretch it to WrestleMania, but they should have made that transition at Fastlane to Apollo Crews being the champion. And then we didn't need no silly gimmick on this match because it would have been Big E trying to fight back for what he lost. Like, we didn't need Nigerian drum fight. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's WWE. That's it. I don't think you gave your prediction, Romeo.
I think we'll be surprised here. Because if you think back to last year, we didn't know what a fucking boneyard match was. And then we were pleasantly surprised. And for some people, we didn't know what
a graveyard match, just a different name.
Yeah, we didn't know what a Firefly Funhouse match. We had an idea, but for the most part, we were pleasantly surprised. I think this is just going to be a plain old hardcore street fight. I guess I don't know. I don't fucking know. I think that's what it's going to be. You know, you're good having one of those on the WrestleMania card. I forgot Big E is from Tampa. He was my pick anyways, but now even more so. The way they gave Naomi love when she was in Orlando, I think Big E gets the same treatment here. I'm going Big E. And by the way, DraftKings has Big E as the underdog. Plus 110, Apollo minus 138. Those numbers are very close, so they're kind of split. So
yeah, this is probably one of the more unpredictable matches because although I think Apollo Crews should win here, WWE has shown they don't really care about Apollo that much. So I could see Big E winning. So Apollo Crews' record in IC title matches over the last few months will be 0-7. 0-7, and he's getting a title shot at WrestleMania. That's enough for me.
Can I also add that I don't mind either way. I think both these guys are worthy of winning this match.
Absolutely. Top guy JJ.
I just love your optimism for Big E here. It's pretty cool, actually. And your optimism is actually being a good stipulation. God knows what the fuck this is going to be. I'm just going to go with Apollo just because of the stipulation. I have no fucking clue what this is. This is going to be just going to take away so much value from this actual match for me. Like, why the fuck couldn't they just have a regular fight or just some type? Like, why? Like, why add all this extra shit?
This feud has been intensifying. So
because Apollo over the last few weeks he grew an accent out of nowhere. So they just got to go with that.
So we make a Nigerian drum because he got an accent at so they couldn't experiment with this.
That's the only reason why they're doing it. I bet you that's the only reason because none of it makes sense.
This book should have been experimented with Fastlane and not for fucking WrestleMania.
Probably right there. Ness, who you got?
I got Apollo, I guess.
You know what we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. I'm back. All right, I'm back.
back for the
10 minutes ago.
Yeah. No, but like I said, I haven't really been following the story. I guess if they're going to keep giving, I know Apollo's been losing, but I guess if they're going to go all out and have him have a Black Panther drum match, he might as well win. I hope he uses one of the drums because that would be smart. If he doesn't, he's a dumbass and he deserves to lose and never get a shot again.
Sounds legit to me. Josh, who you got? Big E or Apollo?
I'm going with Apollo, just so the fact that if Apollo loses, this shit is just his character is just not gonna make any sense after this. You pretty much made him to a heel. You added all this crap to him, and then just to, if he loses, then it's like it's a buzzkill. So
it makes sense for him to win here. Stacking, who you got?
I just want to say that you were saying that Big E doesn't know what a Nigerian drum match is. Neither does Apollo, but it doesn't matter. He's going to win this match.
Neither does WWE. So, hey, we're fighting on an even playing field. It seems. Romeo, take us to our next match.
By the way, if you saw SmackDown tonight, I loved Big E's promo. Just talking that shit like he doesn't even care what the match is. He's from Tampa. He's gonna win. Tampa. He is Tampa. He was talking it up. Raymond James Stadium. He played some football there. Very confident, Big E. And next up, the Fiend from the Ashes returns and faces the Viper, Randy Orton. What can be said about this feud that hasn't been said already? Last year at WrestleMania, The Fiend redeemed a WrestleMania loss against John Cena. He has another WrestleMania loss to redeem against Randy Orton. I am going with The Fiend for the win, the Fried Fiend. And DraftKings, oh baby, DraftKings is all behind The Fiend. Minus 1,000. You have to bet $1,000 to win $100 if The Fiend wins. Randy Orton plus 550, huge underdog.
That's pretty much his custom belt. You gotta buy.
Costs the same pretty much. I think this is easily The Fiend winning, but man, oh man, did WWE drop the ball by not making this a Firefly Funhouse. Like, we wanted this for months. We was like, we will deal with the nonsense of this Randy Orton feud if you give us a Firefly Funhouse. And now here we are 2 days before, the second night of WrestleMania, and it's a regular match. This man, Randy Orton, committed attempted murder on a pay-per-view, TLC, the Firefly Infernal match. He set Bray Wyatt on fire. Alexa Bliss threw a fireball at Randy Orton's face. And now they're having a regular singles match. If this match starts with a lockup and a headlock, I'm just done. They're gonna chain wrestle. It's gonna be a catch as catch can after a fucking spooky ass feud. We've seen clones of Randy Orton, black glue he's throwing up. Like, oh my god! Like
this should be a Nigerian drum fight.
Absolutely, I'd be down for that. Even shit.
They had the Fiend come back with demon jizz on his face because
oh my god,
I don't know what is that, yo.
That
looks awful.
Josh, who you got? The Fiend or Randy Orton?
I'm going with the Fiend. They dragged the shit out of this fucking storyline. It's like, you're gonna have him lose? That would just be fucking stupid.
Yeah, they can't go backwards with that one. Stat King, who you got? The Fiend or Randy Orton?
So let's recap here.
Yes, please.
Why?
So let's recap here. Bray Wyatt has the WWE title. Randy Orton lights the fucking house of Sister Abigail on fire, committing arson, committing actual murder because there was a cameraman inside that we didn't see. We didn't see that person escape. All right, that's murder and arson. And now we fast forward, and he again commits premeditated murder. It wasn't attempted murder. He committed premeditated murder because he thought he was actually killing this person and lights this guy on fire. And you mean to tell me that this match can't get a stipulation, but Big E and Apollo can for a Nigerian drum fight, which they haven't even explained what the fuck that even means.
Nope.
They're probably gonna find out to the night of.
There's a part of me that hopes and prays that during night one backstage segments there would be something that would turn this into a Firefly Funhouse match. But that's giving a little bit too much credit to WWE.
Yes, it is.
That's giving way.
This is fucking ridiculous. This is the fact that they don't have a stipulation is worse than when Bray Wyatt did magic and made cockroaches appear on the mat during the title match against Randy Orton. Yes, I did have to remind you because that's how far this goes back, and that's why it should be a Firefly Funhouse match where Bray Wyatt, because let's think about it. We didn't get a chance to have Bray Wyatt potentially be the person to end the streak, but he could have been the person to kill both John Cena and Randy Orton, the two titans of the late 2000s and 2010s. He could have been the person to take Randy Orton through a Firefly Funhouse match, to take him through his entire history, through the Legend Killer, Evolution, Rated RKO, all of that, to do exactly what he did for John Cena, and then annihilate him. But instead, we're probably going to get something dumb, and Bray Wyatt will win.
We're going to get spooky. It's going to be spooky, guys. Ness, who you got? Fiend versus Randy Orton.
This is the match I wish I was high enough to forget. I'm going to go with the Fiend because exactly what Josh said. Why bring him back and have all this shit just for him to lose? But it wouldn't surprise me if they did fuck him over too. So, yeah, this is just terrible.
I mean, you could bet $100 and win $550 if you bet on Randy Orton. I know that's what our good friend Drunk Guy JJ would love to do.
Hell yeah.
We also
got to use that $100 on weed, so.
Don't forget about exactly. Don't forget
John Elite saying don't forget about Legacy as well. We could have got Cody and Ted Jr. references.
No chance in hell.
Well, no Cody.
I would have been down for that.
No chance in hell.
Top guy JJ, Fiend or Randy Orton?
Wyndham Rotunda wins this match.
Oh, we're going.
Actually, yeah, let's go all the way back. Who's the one who fucking punted Husky Harris back then?
There you go. This feud has been going on
with my guy CM Punk. Come on.
This feud is 10 years in the making. It started 10 years ago. Oh my god.
Can we move on?
Name has been brought up in this.
Can we move on?
Second time.
Yeah, sorry, not the first time.
Yeah, second time. Go ahead, Romeo.
Yeah, we can move on, Top Guy, but I'm not sure you're gonna like this any better. United States
anything
Championship.
shit.
Oh, is it? Riddle.
Yes.
Versus
a homeless guy from Dublin.
Yo, I totally forgot about this.
I'm here to remind you. Riddle is the slight.
I feel like Ness. I forgot.
Riddle is a slight favorite, minus 120. Sheamus, slight underdog, plus 120. And Riddle, to me, has been botching his lines backstage.
Hey, that was the funniest backstage segment I've seen in years.
It was funny. But ask Vince McMahon if it was funny.
He laughed. He laughed.
What do you mean Vince McMahon laughed?
He was laughing in Gorilla as it was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys were there?
Yeah, we were there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sheamus has been working his arse off. I'm trying to say that in the best Irish accent I have. And I think he gets rewarded here for all the hard work he's been doing the past couple of months. I got Sheamus, the underdog.
We got one for Sheamus. Let's go to top guy JJ. Who you got, Sheamus or Riddle?
I just hope that they keep momentum for Sheamus going and he actually captures the United States Championship. This would actually be a good move to keep him involved. And I like doing with Sheamus. Sheamus, yes, is way, way, way more interesting to me than that preview that you were just talking about. Absolutely. I would love to see him capture the United States Championship.
Ness, who you got, Riddle or Sheamus?
I'm probably go with Sheamus.
How dare you not go for Riddle? By the way,
because I'm sober. Because I'm sober now. Because Riddle's been fucking up. He fucked up that promo. So they're probably like, all right, let's
you've been fucking up tonight too. What the fuck?
No, I've been on point after a certain point.
I'm not gonna not use you on the round.
Doesn't make any sense.
I've been on point after a certain point.
The point, yeah.
I'm not gonna not use you on the round table because you're high and you forgot stuff, you know.
Well, that's my thing, though. Oh, well, yeah, that's his thing too.
I love it. Josh, who you got, Riddle or Sheamus?
I'm going with Riddle.
We got another for Riddle. I'm gonna go with Riddle as well. I think Riddle gets the victory here. Sheamus got the victory over him on Monday Night Raw to set up this match, so it's only right that Riddle wins here. But I think if these guys get 10, 12 minutes, this might be one of the more underrated matches on either night of WrestleMania.
Oh, I didn't know they had a match already. I would have picked Riddle. That's how WWE does it. The go-home show, if you win, you lose at the show most of the time. If I would have known that. I know, but I know they had a match on Monday.
Fuck that, yo, you. Man,
You can tell how they book. Like it's.
but you just said you were sober, and then now you're saying that you just.
Because I don't watch Monday Night Raw. I didn't know they had a match on.
Like, yo, you confused.
Then they just had a match on Monday Night Raw. You just said that
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Well, I didn't watch that. I didn't see it. I didn't know they had a match.
Yeah,
I don't watch Monday Night Raw. Y'all just
This guy.
That's all right. That's why we're here for you, man. That's why we're here for your sober ass.
Damn.
Who you got, Sheamus or Riddle?
Damn.
I'm gonna go with Riddle. I think it's a little too early to take the title off of him, but I don't know. I feel kind of bad for Sheamus because we all kind of know that he's on his way out. But hey, it is what it is. You're gonna eventually go out and you're back. Might as well make it WrestleMania. Put Riddle over.
That is fair, and I think we only have one more match to get into, Romeo. So take it away
for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, the head of the table. Daniel Bryan, the leader of the Yes Movement. Edge, the ultimate opportunist. And listen to these odds. DraftKings doesn't know what's going on, so everybody's the underdog. But the biggest underdog is Daniel Bryan at 2 plus 225. Roman Reigns is plus 200. Edge is the favorite, but he's an underdog, plus 125. And I saw SmackDown tonight. These go-home promos, my goodness. Every single one of them brought it. I thought Edge's was the best. I thought Edge's was one of the greatest he's ever done. But still, Roman Reigns also. I thought Paul Heyman was going to cut a promo. Roman Reigns said, "Fuck yeah, you're right, SB3."
I'm actually glad it was Reigns. I'm glad Paul Heyman didn't say nothing.
I would have minded both of them talking, but Roman Reigns was like, "This is my moment."
Yeah,
and I'm
not saying they don't mind either, but I'm glad they kept it strictly to Roman Reigns
because he had such a different promo from the other two. Like Daniel Bryan's, preaching about him being the underdog, people saying no to him. He says yes. Edge doing his whole whining and complaining that Daniel Bryan is taking his spotlight, and then he transitioned that into like a very passionate promo to the point that he's crying. He's got tears in his eyes in the middle of the promo, just so much intensity. And then you have Roman Reigns, who came out like, "I'm not no politician. I'm not here to sell you on anything." Like,
why am I here?
Like him going to Paul Heyman and say, "Who saves careers, Paul?" He's like, "You. Who gave you? Who gave you the best year of your career?" He's like, "You got the gold over there to prove it, right? Right?" He was like, "What I'm gonna do at WrestleMania? I'm gonna show up and win." You know the slogan. You bought the T-shirt. Just great stuff by Roman Reigns. I loved it.
And he said, "At the end of the night, you and everyone else will acknowledge me." I love that "acknowledge me" line. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to say shout out to all three of these guys, each coming back from major setbacks to once again main event WrestleMania. All three of them. I think this could be a match we remember for years. These three got the respect backstage and the brains to put on an instant classic. I think this will be the match of the weekend. And I think Edge pinning Bryan is what they're going to do. But I don't think there's a result here that'll upset me. I'm fine with any one of these guys winning. I see a argument for all of them. And by the way, next weekend, next SmackDown, is going to be a little awkward when Jey Uso is carrying around that Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial Trophy, and Roman Reigns doesn't have anything. I think that's going to be a little awkward.
Just a little bit.
Unless if Roman Reigns smashes it, that would be great.
I mean, Roman could always say, "Give me the trophy," because I'm the head of the table.
Oh my God.
They love destroying trophies in WWE.
What trophy?
So I wouldn't be surprised.
What trophy?
Andre, we're sorry. Boom.
Pretty much. I think that this has been one of the best booked main events of WrestleMania in years. Like, I think this is the best booked main event of WrestleMania since the last time Daniel Bryan was in the main event of WrestleMania. And ironically, that wasn't WWE's plan, but WWE was able to, adapt their plans this time, because I think they really did want to do Edge versus Roman Reigns, but WWE doesn't have the fans to kind of gauge the audience. So I think what they're doing now is going off of social media, because we kind of see responses from what fans are saying on social media on WWE television. We even saw it on SmackDown, because Edge was looking young. Edge got the fresh new color in his beard. His beard was all dark. I was like, all right, Edge, get rid of those grays. I got to try that one time.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, I just think that all three guys have been on point. This is the one match that feels WrestleMania worthy. Both cards are great on paper, but none of them really had an exciting build that got you anticipating the matchup quite like this one. And those promos on SmackDown just really was the cherry on top. But I think our tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, gets the victory here. I just feel like there's so much meat on the bone for Roman Reigns and his title reign that you have to continue it. And then Edge and Daniel Bryan could kind of go off on their own and feud. They don't need a title for their feud. They have established that they do have an individual feud with one another, and it's something that WWE can explore after WrestleMania, and Roman can still be the Universal Champion and move on to someone new, maybe a Cesaro or a Big E. There's a lot for Roman Reigns to do on SmackDown.
SP3?
Yeah.
Can you also mention, so if Roman wins, who do you think he pins?
I think Roman pins Daniel Bryan.
We have to calculate that why Daniel Bryan was thrown in this match.
Exactly. I think he's there
to fall, I guess.
I think he's there to take the fall. He's just done an excellent job of making people believe he has a chance of winning.
Getting our Scott Steiner's calculators out here. But I'm also going to go with Roman. I think that Roman's been on this run since SummerSlam. And I don't think that you can really end that in a triple threat. I think it feels weird to end it in a triple threat. You have to have a decisive singles match for him to lose that title. It just doesn't feel right for him to be at this moment, at this time, in the triple threat, especially when he just can't, unless the person who wins pins him. And so I'm going to go with Roman Reigns as well. And I'll also agree with the Daniel Bryan pinning, just because Daniel Bryan tapped Roman out. This will be a way to get Roman that win back and keep moving there.
Josh, who you got? Roman, Edge, or Daniel Bryan?
That's a tough one for me. I think I'm gonna go with Roman.
Roman for the victory for Josh. Who you got, Ness?
I'm gonna go with Edge. I guess making this a triple threat. So if there was a chance of Roman losing without having to be pinned, that's what they would go for. But either or, it doesn't matter. I just know Daniel Bryan's not winning. That's all we know.
He's like, that's all we're really positive about.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Top guy JJ, finish us off. Who you got, Roman, Bryan, or Edge?
Yeah, I think I alluded to this a while back. I do believe, this pains me to say, I do believe Edge becomes the new Universal Champion at the expense of Daniel Bryan, alluding back to the conversation that he had with Roman Reigns, the fact that if Daniel Bryan gets inserted into this match, I will not even have to beat you to take your title. And I think that will play twofold and come back to bite Roman in the ass that he didn't even lose this match and lost his title, which is going to highly, highly piss my tribal chief off for the future, which he will get his belt back, but I think he loses it out of his control at WrestleMania because Daniel Bryan is definitely taking the fall.
The next WrestleMania, is that the one in Dallas or is that the one in LA?
Dallas.
Okay. Because they're trying to save. He's trying to save the Roman Rock match for Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I can see it.
The best thing for Roman, I think Dallas is if Roman is still the champion by that time. We got a whole year before we get there. I think it needs, if they're gonna sell out, if they want a big time gate for that, I think it's time to roll it back out. Third time at WrestleMania, Roman versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh boy.
But this time, Brock Lesnar is the babyface.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
That'll be interesting.
Well, Brock Lesnar has almost been the babyface every single time.
Also true.
Yeah,
Also
sure.
true. We got a couple of comments we got to get to in the live chat. We got Real Take Sports Talk saying Swerve, Steve Blackman returns and beats the crap out of Logan Paul for real. We got John Elite predicting Rhea Ripley to get
What
the
a
victory.
stupid fucking take. What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
He's not serious. Come
He's
on.
not serious.
Christ.
John Elite also says KO for the win. We got the great Wendy in the live chat saying, I would like to see Asuka versus Io Shirai and for WWE to really make a good storyline with these two. We also got John Elite saying, do we even know the rules of the Nigerian drum fight?
WWE doesn't know.
John, I told you that Big E himself does not know, so don't expect us to know. And then, of course, we got Drunk Guy JJ in the live chat saying, the irony, my phone starts lagging while y'all are choosing the Fiend. Even my phone is loyal to the Viper God. So he's still being a Randy Orton fan, even in the live chat. But that brings us to a close for our WrestleMania 37 preview and predictions. Romeo, you have another thing to add?
Can I ask 2 more questions?
Yes.
Do we all agree that night 2 will probably be better than night 1? Or does anyone differ?
I don't know, because the last time I thought night 2 was going to be better than night 1, I was fucking wrong.
Yes, exactly. That's the first
apparently,
thought I had.
apparently, night 1 is strong enough to get a 9.3. So
Yeah, I do, because I do believe that the triple threat main event is going to be that third match we talk about of the entire weekend. Because we have Volta and Ciampa, we have Cole and O'Reilly. I believe this will be number 3. It's got a lot of positive reviews. So
and it's got a lot of negative ones.
I'm just saying.
Why am I so violent? Why am I so violent?
That was.
I mean, I digress. I kind of all over the place with that match, but it's definitely talked about.
And the other question I wanted to ask you guys was on a scale of 0 to 10. How excited are you for just this WrestleMania as a whole? I'll start. I'm going to say a 5, mostly for the fans, just to hear the fans again, to get involved with all this, the legit fans. I don't know how loud they're going to be with the capacity, but I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions of the entrances and everyone that deserves the reactions. The no Charlotte Flair does drop it down for me a little bit, I must admit. So it's just a 5 for me. What about you, Josh? 0 to 10.
0 to 10, a 3.
Seems legit.
Yes.
Because I'm putting myself very low. So then the show's actually good.
Your expectations.
Then it passes my expectations.
Hold on. Ness?
Yeah, 3. I don't expect a lot out of Mania no more. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Top guy?
I'm going to give it a 4. 4 for me for 4 points. I want to see Lashley's main event, the two women of color, the main event, and fans. Those are my 4 points. Everything else to me is completely irrelevant.
Stacking, I don't know if I should even ask you. You want to watch?
Abstain. I'm not watching. I'm not watching. I really don't watch.
just borrow Rolando's account and you can just watch WrestleMania like that.
It's not a question of paying money. I do not watch.
You sure you don't want to borrow anyone's peacock?
I don't know. That's a tough question for me to answer. I don't know, Romeo. How should I answer that one?
What a question. I'm gonna say mine is 4.5. I think that the triple threat is going to be great. I think I'm very happy for Sasha and Bianca, the main event. Very happy for Bobby Lashley going into a WrestleMania as WWE champion. Very happy as a Ring of Honor fan to see Cesaro versus Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn on the 2-night WrestleMania. So I am all for those things, but yes, it's pretty low, 4.5 out of 10. But like Josh said, you set your expectations low. With the talent on this roster, they're probably gonna
greatest Mania of all time.
They'll probably overexceed. And then we got Drunk Guy JJ saying pause in the live chat.
Thank you, Jaquan. Thank you.
I'm
He's
looking
a
forward to the
boss, man.
set, though. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what this final set looks like. It's going to be cool to see a set again.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. As somebody who does not watch, that is the only thing I'm actually interested in seeing is seeing how the set looks and the fireworks that go off. That's it.
I'm
Go
saying
on the
I'm
WWE Twitter.
interested.
They just unveiled it.
I'm interested to see how the fans are going to be seated. That should be interested, and it probably should dictate how the reactions are. But
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The boat looks pretty stupid. Like
It does, but
you built a boat in a stadium that already has a boat.
Josh, it's a ship. It's a ship.
But
and you
I don't give
and
a
you
fuck. It's a boat.
and you let Kyrie say
It's a
And you-
fucking boat.
It's a fucking ship.
and you
It's
let
a-
Kyrie and you let Kyrie
It's a boat.
Sane and you let Kyrie Sane go back to Japan, so you can't have any kind of pirate theme going.
Well, technically that was supposed to be last year, but
I know, but you let it happen.
she would have been there. She would have been there if the pandemic didn't happen. So
They could have brought her over a while ago. Had her.
no, she don't want to be here. She want to be in Japan.
no,
I don't blame her. I don't blame her for not wanting to be here. But yeah, we bring this to a close. Please continue putting your thoughts in the live chat, your predictions for WrestleMania 37. If you're watching on demand, put it in the comments section. We love reading your comments. We read them out on True Hill Heat every week with myself, Top Guy JJ, and Miss Chrissy Love. So continue putting your comments in the comment section, even when we are on demand, so we can read those on future episodes of True Hill Heat. But we got to do our plugs to end things off. Josh, can you tell everyone where they can find you or anything else you got going on, sir?
they can find me on Instagram at jmpunk321. If I'm doing anything else, not really.
I love it. You keep the energy the same. Fat King, tell them where they can find you on social media and the True Hill Heat YouTube channel.
You can catch me in all of our Facebook groups, just getting into fun arguments with you guys. You can catch me on Dark Power, reviewing AEW Dark Elevation, and MLW Fusion, and NWA Power. And you can catch me as one half of the Review of Honor team with my guy, Ness. We are the guys who bring together everything that happens in the Ring of Honor ring. And going forward after WrestleMania, we will actually be taking MLW Fusion from Dark Power and moving it over to Review of Honor, and we will become Fusion of Honor as
the good body,
Ness
not the ugly or fat one.
As Ness is happy to show you. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Wait a second. Does that spell out FOH?
It does.
Yes, it does.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
We're renaming the LVP section to the FOH.
FOH. Yeah.
I love it. I love the creativity. Ness, where can they find you on social media and the True Hill Heat YouTube channel?
You guys can follow me on Twitter at skinny_Kravitz. Follow me on Instagram at skinny_Kravitz, and catch me on True Hill Heat YouTube channel. One half of the future FOH. My man is Stat King, man of 1,004 numbers. Catch me on Blunt Impact. Joyce Jabrons, my man Chris G. We're the Pie Heels. Roundtable Rebel on the roundtables. And as always, you can hear my illustrious voice on True Toxicity.
Of course. And Top Guy JJ, where can they find you on social media and the True Hill Heat YouTube channel?
On Instagram, you can find me at TrueHill_Top Guy JJ, and on the YouTube channel, you can find me on the weekly True Hill Heat podcast, which is the longest running podcast on the channel. Me, SP3, and the lovely, lovely Miss Chrissy Love. You know, if you want to see some upgrades, see a screen, watch True Hill Heat for Chrissy.
Wow.
Well, man, that's shooting over here, huh?
They shoot.
Duck.
You know, it's just facts of facts, you know.
Romeo, where can they find you here and on social media?
The Pride of NY on Twitter and Instagram, and bear with me, I have so much shit to promote here. The NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver roundtable. I filmed it with these fine gentlemen, Josh, Ness, Stat King. That'll be up, I think, Saturday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, don't follow that schedule. We fucked it up.
You fucked it up.
I fucked it up. Yeah, that was a bad job by me saying we. I fucked it up. Romeo fucked it up. And speaking of fucked up, I also fucked up True Rewind 45, WrestleMania 12. That's fucked up too. Hopefully I get that out Sunday afternoon, and maybe you can watch that before WrestleMania Night 2. That'd be great, where we cover WrestleMania 12. And oh my God, it's gonna be me, Chris G, and Ness, and X3. We're covering NXT going forward. I don't know what day that's gonna drop on, but look out for that. And of course, as SB3 showed on there Sunday night, the WrestleMania roundtable. I don't know who's gonna be on there, but I will be there. I will be there talking about both nights.
Absolutely. Romeo will be there. I'll be there. Maybe some of these guys will be there to talk about the 2-night WrestleMania 37 cards. So we want you to join us live 30 minutes after the show on Sunday for our WrestleMania 37 roundtable review as we review both night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. You can follow me on Twitter at TrueHeelSP3. You can follow the game True Heel Heat. Point to the sign. That's what Vince says. Point to the sign. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at True Heel Heat. If you're watching us on YouTube, drop us a like, share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button. Almost 40% of you watching this video have not subscribed to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. Make that change right now. Push the subscribe button, push the bell to stay notified, and press all so you always get notified whenever we have new content here on True Heel Heat. Like Romeo said, we got a bunch of content for you to enjoy that has happened through the week already. Our live watch along of the Iron Man match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, True Heel Heat 119 and True Heel Heat 120 with Darius Carter. This preview for WrestleMania 37 tomorrow. You got the NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Roundtable review, and then Sunday we end WrestleMania week with our WrestleMania 37 roundtable review. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching our WrestleMania 37 preview for the connoisseur of reporting, Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon, for the man of 1,004 numbers, the Stat King, for the true draw, Josh, for the 3-time baby-making champion, Ness.
Very sober, by the way, very sober.
Yes. Our
Very
resident true heel alcoholic, top guy, JJ. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SB3. This has been True Heel Heat, WrestleMania 37 preview and predictions. We are signing off until